How did you learn? How did you learn to?
I'm just winging it.
I know, but how did you learn to fix the settings?
You know what I did?
Yeah.
So I took a picture of this exact thing.
Yeah.
And then I took the program Riverside and the mics, took a picture of them, put it all into Chat GPT, and said, I'm doing a podcast. How do I make a podcast sound the best? He told me exactly which to turn all the dials to.
Oh, really?
He told me exactly where to put each dial. And that's how I found out that setting was wrong.
Yeah.
Because it said you don't need that for these kinds of mics. You need it for these kinds of, if you're using these kinds of mics.
Yeah.
So then, ever since then, been like clear. It's been good.
You've been good. One little question, hey?
Yeah, and ever since, honestly, I figured it out. I think around Kendall and Haley's podcast.
Yeah.
Ever since those ones, it's been good. There was a couple that because I bought new mics.
Yep.
And then I had to make one more switch, but now like they're all pretty much good.
Yeah.
And then the settings on the computer a couple times too.
Yeah.
It's funny. I didn't turn this on, so then it recorded with the laptop mic. So it just sounded really far away.
Oh yeah.
Like for Hal's.
Yeah.
Hal's was like that. It sounded really far away. And I think there was one more that was like that.
Yeah.
But just like learning.
Just learning.
Whatever.
Still good. I've listened to them all.
Yeah.
Up to Estevan.
Right.
I was looking forward to his for a long time when I saw the reels. Yeah.
It was awesome, man.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And I'll tell you too that as I was reflecting here, I was like, first of all, I was like, I don't want to be late because I know how. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be early here. I know how Cole is. So even when I said 4, so I was like, actually, 4 p.m. sharp, I text you back.
And then you showed up 15 minutes early.
15 minutes early. Yeah. So I was like, so you put that in seed in me. And then what was I thinking about? Oh, you said this to Esteban too. You said you're a really good speaker. You said, and I've heard this twice on it with Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them don't and
ever.
No, it's always clear.
No
cut.
no
Yep. And I was just like, man, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then I got reflecting me on my own little. When I moved off the reserve when I was younger, when I went to school in town, I don't know what grade 2, 3, 4. I think all 3 grades. I had to go into a resource room to go in because I had a real bad stutter, but it was from getting too excited. And then so they always just had me to read slow. And I was like, I know how to read. Like, I remember sitting in there, like, just reading all the time.
And they do like out loud?
Yep. And slow and pausing.
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever I don't know if you ever noticed, I don't know, not too many people know this though. Whenever I go out and being an MC or a graduation, things like that, I don't like reading off piece of papers because that's when my stutter comes back. If I'm reading out loud.
Yeah.
Yep. So lots of my things
are just free or like
are just
quick notes.
Quick notes.
Yeah.
And lots of memorization, I guess. It's pre-planning in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just awful post-it. But if I have to read something that's scripted, and then I really have to go back to those skills again of pausing and not going too fast. Yeah. Getting nervous, I don't know. It's different.
I know from listening to these podcasts, I talk a lot slower than everyone else.
Yeah.
And I pause a lot.
Pause. Yeah.
I can really feel myself thinking.
Yeah.
You know? I'm okay with silence.
Yeah.
Whereas I notice some people aren't. They just have to be saying something. They have to be, or it's like they think they're taking too long to think about it.
Yep.
But for me, I'm just like, I'll just sit there and think. And I talk slow.
Yep.
And that's the one thing that impressed me a ton about Savannah. She talks so fast.
Yep.
But it's so clear.
So then
I'm thinking, how fast does her brain work?
Yeah.
That she's able to just process, get it out. And me, I'm just like, you know?
Yeah.
And how I process is slow. how I say it is slow in Savannah's like it's like if you took me and put me on like 5 times speed,
5 times speed,
you
yeah.
know?
She
So that was really impressive,
yeah,
I thought.
and she never has to process what she's saying. It just comes out so fluid, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. We actually had I was, at school, we had this little I wasn't we have these huddles, and I have different I do it different. I have sometimes there's a little video, sometimes I get a chapter from a book that I've read that I just want people's insights on and reflection. But I wasn't gonna be there that week, couple weeks ago, so I said I was sitting in a classroom, and we were trying to help a student, and he was outweighting us, meaning, um, he didn't want our help yet, and he was just sitting there, and then he outweighted us because then we were like, "Well, we'll go help the other students." They're starting to raise their hands, and then we went back and sat there, and I was like, in my own mind, I was like, "I'm gonna wait until he's he's not gonna outweight me now," is what I was basically getting at. He ended up did start coming around, but then that's what I wanted to do with the staff that I work with in that little huddle. The goal that week while we didn't meet was going to meet the following week. So they had 2 weeks to do this. Don't let a student outweight them in the classroom because they'll just when you're trying to sit with them and build connection or whatever relationship, help them academics. Sometimes the students outweight them, and then they're just like, "Well, I'll go start helping the other kids who need help," and
Mm,
that's like easy for them because they know they can outweight the teacher. And I see it in young teachers too, where they ask the classroom questions and then 3-second pause. Kids don't even have time to process it a little bit, and they just answered for them. And I'm like,
right.
you gotta have that patience, right? That which is not easy to do.
It's like the okayness to sit in silence.
Okay to sit in
Just sit
silence.
there.
Yep. Yep. I'm reading this book. I started this. I'm rereading it. Five Dysfunctional of a Team,
Okay.
and it's told in a story. I forget who wrote it. It's a red book. I've read it before though, but it's told in a story, and she wants to build her team. She's coming in to build that team up because they have a dysfunctional team. So she was first 2 weeks, she was just observing. Then she did an offsite meeting, 2 days of PD. And that was one of the things she didn't, she just planted the question and she could have answered it, but she's just waiting for someone else to break
Mm,
the silence. Yeah. But it was trust is the foundation though.
okay.
Trust is the foundation of a good team.
Right.
Yeah. What do you
Like
think?
trust of the coach or trust of each other?
Trust of each other. Yeah.
Mm,
This is a business model from a tech company that they use as the example, but I think it's in sports too, life.
right.
Yeah. You got to trust your coach,
Yeah, yeah.
trust your partner, right? Trust your friends.
Trust that they're gonna be there.
Yep. Yep. Trust you can be honest
Yeah.
and not take offense to it.
Mm,
Yeah. And then the second one was the ability to, it was conflict. Something you got to be able to handle, like discuss the conflict, like to a disagree, and then accountability. The top one was ego. What was the second one? Was accountability.
mm.
Yeah, it was ego, accountability. Yeah. So
Even that conflict one, I think that is like for all relationships.
yep.
Like to be able to talk about the stuff you don't want to talk about,
No.
you know? Because even in like a friendship
Yep.
or a marriage, like why are you marrying somebody when you can't even have a hard conversation with them?
Yep.
You don't even feel comfortable around them enough to have a hard conversation,
Yeah.
and you're gonna marry this person?
Yeah.
It's like, I heard the example of like a prenup.
Yeah.
This divorce lawyer, he was talking about everyone should have a prenup, or you should talk about having a prenup. But then they're like, how do you even bring that up? It's like if you can't bring up that conversation,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be getting married
Married.
anyways.
Yeah.
That should be a easy conversation to bring up with
Yeah.
the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah.
So it's like there's bigger problems if you can't talk about a
But you
prenup,
know, yeah,
and that's like I think any strong partnership, a
yeah,
team, a company, a friendship.
yeah. I think from my own personal experience, I think I'm just even in life with friends and work and relationships and everything, coaching. I don't want to say the wrong thing, which means that I'm not direct. I'm not a direct person. I'm like, "Ah, I
Mm,
don't want to hurt someone's feelings. So
yeah,
how do I say this in a nice way? Because I don't want to come off as a direct person, man. And I
right.
always say that to people when I'm coaching and when I'm at work. I'm like, man, I wish I was just direct and just tell them without feeling anything wrong. Because there's times when I want, if I was upsetting you, Cole, I'd want you to tell me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, thanks for telling me. But if I was going to you and like, Cole, I don't like how you are doing this to me. You're making me, and it's like, I don't want to make Cole feel bad. So I'll just, how do I say this to him? And then it builds up, or else I just forget about it. And I'm like, don't worry about it. But then that resentment is still somewhere in there.
Yeah,
And then I take it out somewhere else, or else it comes back on you, or it's another thing that's building up. And I'm like, I should have said it before. Now it's too long gone. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you ever have those moments?
Well, I'm direct,
Yeah, you're very like not in a negative way. You're
not
very
in a negative
no,
way.
you're very direct where it's like straight to the point. And I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
and because I can I feel like I can do it in a way that is genuine. Like I think most people who know me know that I don't have ill intentions of anyone.
yep,
They know that I want everyone to do good.
yep,
So because I've built that relationship with most people, when I say it, they know I mean it from a place of good.
good.
When I say like that was a dumb thing to do, like people usually it's the people that like when I'm first meeting them, because I'm also direct to them,
Yeah.
and they're not always ready. They're like, "You're calling me dumb?"
What? Yeah,
I'm
like
like, not you,
yeah,
just the moment
yeah,
you made a dumb choice. But because I don't want to cause resentment,
no,
because like it's like whatever you don't say, you like assume they should know.
yeah,
It's like you're putting this thing on somebody else, and now it's like now it becomes your fault.
yeah,
It's like they should know that. No, they shouldn't do anything. They don't need to do anything. But now you're putting this weight on them that like they might not even know.
yeah,
They might
no,
just be like da, 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 living the happiest life, and now you're suffering,
yeah,
and now you're causing like this crack in this relationship, and this person doesn't even know.
no.
And that's when it gets like tricky. But I think you could do it in a way not to hurt people
Yeah,
because
I think
you're
it's just when you know the person, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. But I
yeah.
think I've also have enough basic communication skills now where it'd be like, this is coming from a place of good, Cole,
Mhm.
and I'm here to help. It's not anything else. That's how I'd sort of uncomfortable conversation with someone if I've have the courage to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you start with a compliment.
Yeah. Or you start with a compliment. And you do this really well. How can we make this better?
Right.
And put it on how can we?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's where that book is coming from because it's about teamwork. Even the assumptions part. You and Esteban were talking about the 4 agreements.
Yeah.
Don't make assumptions
Yeah.
is one of the rules.
And everybody is walking around
Yep.
making assumptions. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Even for my boxers, they'll come and tell me something,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "How do you know that?
Yeah.
How do you know that that's why they did that?"
That's a
Oh, I
story we
just I
tell it.
just know them.
Yeah.
I don't think you do.
That's a story we tell ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know if we've talked about this before, but it's just like you when it comes to other people, you judge harshly.
Mhm.
When it comes to yourself, you forgive easily.
Yep.
It's like, but that's because you know your story. You know why you did it. You know the reasons. You know the emotions you're feeling, the things you're going through, the build up. So when you accidentally cut somebody off in traffic, it's like, okay, you were thinking about something else. You were in your own head. You made a mistake. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Someone cuts you off. You're like, that person's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
flip them off.
Yeah.
It's like that person's not a piece of shit. That
No.
person is probably going through something as well.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
it's just like you don't know what they're going through. but you just judge her. You just like, to you, an asshole is just an asshole.
Yeah.
But for you, you were an asshole because of something.
Yep.
But that person was an asshole because of something too.
Yeah. I read something today. I don't know where it was something about you don't know you only see people's choices, but you don't see what they thought that was their only option. Something along those lines. And I was like, because it's we don't see behind the scenes, like the build up, like why that person's driving slow.
Right.
That person's driving slow because they've just, someone in their family had passed away, and they're processing it, and the person behind them is trying to get to a meeting. Look at this guy driving real slow. Like, let's get going, right? There's so many things. Even yesterday, I was driving and I seen someone was going to cross. They weren't there yet, but on the other side, and I saw them. The other person saw it too, so they stopped. But I was like, well, they're not even at the cross like yet, so I'll go through. And he looked at me like, "What are you doing? There's some people going to walk across." But in my mind, I'm like, they're not there yet. So,
right.
But who was right or who's wrong? I don't know. So I just like, well, he doesn't know what I'm doing. Like,
Still don't know.
I still don't know. No. So that was kind of, there's lots of scenarios like that all the time. Yeah.
People just need to chill.
Yeah.
People need to chill out.
Does it come with age?
Chilling
Just like,
or understanding, or I don't know.
letting it off, just like brushing
Some people, like, I don't know. I've met some old people that are just grouchy.
Yeah. I don't know. Experience, maybe? Healing? Is it healing?
Healing. Yeah, healing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's odd.
Yeah.
That some people are just like good. Like they're just like chill. Just like wandering through life.
Yeah.
Figuring things out. And then other people are just like so stressed. Like just.
I think it's like, I'll tell you where my mind has been in this last little bit. I'm trying to decolonize my mind.
What does that mean?
Western world. I have so much Western knowledge. And it's not that I have this great, like, I have an education degree, piece of paper that says I have an education degree. I have a master's that says I'm a master's in like education. But I'm trying to decolonize it because I live in such a world in Western world where I work. But my heart, when I'm at ceremonies and culture more and more, that's where I feel at peace and at home. So it's like, I said this yesterday, it's like my brain is slowly fading away, and you can see the picture of let's say the diploma, like a degree. It's slowly fading away. And then at the same time, my heart is slowly piecing together a puzzle of coming back to who I am. But it's hard because I live in such a Western world.
Right.
But then those moments of going to sweat. So I went to 3 in the last couple of weeks, maybe. So I just feel at home more, like just to be there. Yeah. And I'm like, man, and every time the elders are speaking and the drums going, you're like, man, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm supposed to be. And then I'm trying to bring that back into the Western world because we talk about truth and reconciliation. What is reconciliation? Yeah. And I'm like, and then I always overthink this. I'm like, this shouldn't be coming from me as an Indigenous person. But then I also think about this. If I don't do it, then who's going to do it? So it's kind of like get caught up in it. So I'm trying to plant seeds of while I read something, I'm like bring it back to the huddle that I'm in, and like here's so much easier for me to bring a chapter or a few pages of you should read this versus you should read this book, Cole.
Right,
like people are like, I don't have time, because we're just like that too. When I have a stack of books at home that I'm excited to read, and then when someone else is offering me a book, I'm like, thank you, but I have a stack at home. But I'm too nice to say, like,
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, because I know you have your books at home too that you're like, and I've heard you say that on a podcast before. I probably won't read this book, so no. Yeah, and you didn't hurt the person's feelings.
Or I'll say, I just bought it.
Yeah,
I'll just buy it.
Yeah,
and now it's there.
It's there.
So I'll read it eventually.
Yep.
but I got so much. I have such a long lineup.
Yeah.
So it's like so when someone says you should read this book, I'll either say I'm not going to,
Yeah.
or I'll say what's it about, and
Yeah.
they'll tell me. I'm like, okay, that sounds good, but I won't remember it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna buy it. So I'll just order it,
Just order it
and then now it's in my lineup.
and you like it.
Now it's at home. I'll read it eventually.
Yeah.
I'll forget who even lent it or suggested it to me, but at least because sometimes it's like I'm in a situation where that book would be good,
Mhm.
but I'm just like too I'm too dedicated to my list,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
Uh, have you read these ones?
I've read all these ones twice.
All these ones twice.
Yep.
What's the first one?
A Medicine Walk,
Medicine Walk.
Richard Wagamese. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
This guy's like one of the best. My favorite indigenous author that puts you in scenery. His scenery, like his words, you're right in the book, and you're right on in the land with him. This one was real good book for me because it's about an alcoholic dad, and his son is being raised by another man, and he's 16 years old, the boy, and he's gonna die from alcoholism. And he asks his son to, "Can you bury me in the land over here? I have this spot." And his son's like, "Yeah, I don't care. I'll go bury you, whatever." But then on the journey, he starts sharing with him traumatic moments in his life from childhood to a young adult to being an adult of what the pain that he's trying to numb. And his son has an understanding of like, wow, yeah. And this book holds real close. I'll tell you why. My daughter hasn't talked to me in a couple of years, and her mom told me she was reading this book last year. Um, and so my index cards that I have, those code cards, I bought this book for her and this other one, The Monk Who Sold the Story. But in the back of this book, I wrote a quote card that I love you, my girl, and I hope you reach out. And so I don't know if she's ever read the book though.
Mm,
So I don't know but I don't know if it's ever just fallen out because I put it right in there. So this book like has
right.
meaning that I'm just like planted a seed, and
Yeah.
I'm hoping my daughter has enough, but I don't know yet. And I don't want to make assumptions of like maybe she's mad at me or maybe she doesn't want to read it. Maybe she threw it out. Like,
Right. Right. Right.
and I've talked to you about that before. Like,
Yeah.
and you, I always remember what you said. You said, be grateful that you can reach out to your daughter still. And I still think of that every time I send that email of like, thinking of you. I hope you're doing good. And yeah,
Mhm.
so that book is really like, touches home. I just finished it actually a couple weeks ago because I was struggling and I was like, man, I hope my daughter reaches out to me soon. And because this is what I'm scared of though. Because this book tells you the dad explaining his story to his child. I know that's what the conversation is probably going to happen is the questions of who I was before. And I'm just assuming now, but
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, but I want to have those uncomfortable questions asked to me where I'm like put on the spot because I don't know what they are, but I'm like, I know that's going to have to order happen, but which is scary.
Yeah.
Any advice?
I I would I'd be curious to read that
Yeah.
and see how those conversations start.
Yeah.
Like, does the kid start asking questions to his dad, or does his dad start sharing to the
Yeah.
kid?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
He starts sharing.
He starts sharing.
Yep.
It's like that, and it's like it could be a good thing, but it also like it just like depends on where your kid is at.
Yep.
Cause like I think of like if it was me in that situation, I would probably wait until I was asked
Yeah.
instead of just sharing.
Sharing. Yeah.
you know? Because like depending on how you share and like something to be aware of maybe is just like you don't want to come off as like justifying,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
Like I did this because of this.
Yeah.
When it's like sometimes it's like just to accept that you were in the wrong,
Yeah.
you know?
I remember therapy asked me to write a letter to her. This was a couple of years back, maybe when it first happened, and I wrote things that happened in my life and justifying maybe. And I remember I asked my one friend to proofread it, and because I know she had a situation with her dad, and as she's an adult now, and she's like, "I think this is too much. Like
Mm,
this is like it's like an essay, a story." And said, "Just tell her that you love her and you miss her." And so I ended up just writing something similar to that, like in a in a paragraph. So yeah, I was so that's part of it too,
yeah.
waiting. So that was kind of like there's no right or wrong way.
It's again, it's a it's a tough balance,
Yep.
right? And
Yeah.
just like it just depends on how that relationship comes back, right?
Yeah. And it's,
Because there is no wrong, there is no right.
you know,
It's gonna be different than anyone else's,
yep.
and you just gotta wait and see,
Wait.
you know?
So I'm struggling in life right now is patience.
Yeah.
Uh I don't know where I'm going. And it's not like it's a bad thing, but I don't know where I'm going. So I'm just like trying to figure it out so fast, the lack of patience that I have. So I'm just like, what am I doing? What am I going in life? Like I think about it more frequently.
Mm,
And then when I went to the sweat, even on the weekend, this guy shared a dream in there and he wanted it interpreted. And then I remember the elder sitting outside and he was just like, you may get your answer today, you may get your answer tomorrow, you may get your answer in a month. And he said, you may even get it in a year, but you'll get it at the right time. And I'm just like sitting there listening and I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna get. So it's
yeah.
just gotta be patient. And then the pivot year, that's what that talked about. Or then always in this book. I just bought this book at the value or no at the Indigo on the other side, but it was the other day. Um when you have to make an important choice, don't lose sleep over it. Just take the special medicine called time and wait, and your subconscious will search for the answer. 2 days later, or three, the answers will dawn on you as you're waking up, taking a shower, or talking to a friend. But put faith in your subconscious mind and give yourself time. And that's what I read after the sweat
Mm,
on Monday. And I was just like, the stars were aligning, just like enjoy it, man. Take time.
have
Yeah.
patience.
Yeah. Have patience because I think I don't know if that comes with age when people are trying to figure out where they're going in life and what they want to
Where
do.
do you wanna go?
I don't know. Where do I want to go? I'm trying to write my story and it gets hard because I go back into moments from childhood that I like neglect and pain, but also the good memories.
Mm,
Like so it's good when it's the good stuff to write, it's easy. But then when you start to remember something else that happened right around that time frame, it's like, oh yeah. And then yeah, try get those emotions in the on the paper. Yeah. Without sounding angry or hurt or broken. But I think that's part of the story. Because I think when I've read stories, you're just like you feel the pain, the hurt, the broken, and the joy. Yeah. So which is good. Yeah. So that's what I want to do. But it takes time for me. I do it once a week, maybe. Most of the time I do, but there's long stretches where I don't go. I'm like, yeah, this was too heavy. I'm good for a
mm.
bit. Yeah. Yeah. So any advice on that?
That's freaking hard, man. That's tough. So I was just as you were talking, I was like I was thinking of my my like my own childhood because I we didn't have an easy childhood.
Mm,
Is but like all for some reason all I can remember was how good my childhood was.
Yeah,
But if you ask my brothers and sisters, they would not say that at all.
yeah,
And I don't know if that is I just I don't know what that is or why. So what I was thinking about when you were saying that was like like will you just always feel that towards your childhood? Or do you think like that'll just be let go? Because like even when I think of bad or good,
yeah,
like what is that?
yeah.
Like what is bad?
What is bad?
What is good?
Yep.
You know, like going through something hard
Yeah.
to make you a strong man, is that bad?
It's experiences.
Yeah.
I think we experience life. I think like exactly what it is. We became people because of it.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was a time it was resentment towards my mom and dad, and now it's like they did the best they could with the
Mhm.
best they tools they've had, and um, they've tried. Like they weren't out to. No one's out to make their child's life
No.
hard. No, but
Everyone makes the best choice at the time
time. Yep.
that
Yep.
they're doing it.
Yeah.
Like for whatever reason.
And for whatever reason, and that's probably the best that I've been in the last couple of years is that phase. I used to just think like my Auntie Galen was probably the first person that I remember not drinking on my mom's side. And then my mom quit. And then my Mushima Cookum quit later on in life, and my Auntie Shauna's quit now. I have some other cousins that don't drink, but I also have some other ones that still struggle with it. And on my dad's side, um, my Auntie Arlene and Christina, my Auntie Barbara, like they don't drink either. And my Mushima Cookum on that side too. So there's more people who've quit it, and that's who I surround myself with more.
Mm.
But it's hard when they're your family and you try to go visit them because family's so important. But when you see them struggling from something that you've struggled with, you're like, I don't want to put myself back close to that again. No. So it's like I can stay with them for a bit, and then I gotta leave boundaries. Yeah, but I don't verbally say it and say, "Hey, you guys are passing my boundaries because I'm just too nice." And I was like, yeah, it was good to see you guys. I'm gonna get going now. Yeah. So that's hard. That's when it's your family. When people talk about addictions and the things you overcome, I'm still overcoming that. Like not overcoming, still working through that.
Yeah.
It's your family, which is like one of the virtues of life. I think it's just family is important. So I don't take it for granted. You do miss your family, but those boundaries too are like important as well. So what's more important, right? Then do I think am I selfish? And I'm like get into my own mindset. So I promote mental health. Well, don't get me wrong, but man, I don't have it figured out, Cole.
Yeah.
There's times when I'm just like,
Nobody does.
nobody does. What is healing? I remember what you asked this man, like, what is healing? And it's like, man, no one knows the answer.
It's different for
It's
everyone.
different in different phases
Subjective.
of life.
Yeah.
When I was 30, it's different. When I was 20, it was totally different. I'm 35, 40, it's
It's like
different.
healing in every like let's say we go do a run,
Yeah,
15K.
yeah,
There's a group of 5 of us.
yeah,
What we do when that run's over is all gonna be different.
different.
One person's gonna go for a bath.
Yeah,
One person's gonna go stretch. One person's just gonna continue on with their day.
yeah,
You know, like it's just like that.
yeah,
Mental is the same.
yeah,
Just everybody needs something different. And like I don't like with family.
yeah,
Like, my family, like, I have friends that are more family than family.
yep,
You know, from my perspective, it's like especially now, especially with Royce, like I'm not going to put him and risk his mental health, his confidence, his ability to become the man I know he can become because I love my dad.
mhm,
and I feel like I need to see my dad once a week.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like I got to balance now. Is that like what do I want a relationship with my brother who's an alcoholic, which he isn't, but I'm
Yeah, yeah,
just like,
yeah, yeah.
or do I want to raise my son to be a strong man?
Strong man.
And it's like, just because I love my brother does not mean I have to take my son into that a couple times a week.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I think selfishness is fine sometimes.
Yep.
You know, right now, like it's like Demi and Royce,
Or your
and
circle,
then everything else is after that.
your ring.
I don't
Yep.
if you're my parents, you're my cousins, my brothers, my sisters, my friends, you're after.
Yeah.
My responsibility is Royce, number one, because I brought him here. He didn't choose to be here.
Yeah.
He is my responsibility. Demi, that's my wife, but not like she's still. I didn't bring her here. You know, like
Yeah.
I wanted her to do good. We want to do good together. But in the end, it's her decisions that she makes on her own.
Mhm.
You know, and then we just come together as a unit. Royce is the only thing that didn't have like. It's up to me. I brought him here.
Yep.
I got to make sure this kid. So now it's like, you know, what? How do I do that? How do I navigate that?
How do you fill his backpack
Right.
of tools, right? You're trying to.
And it's like, why don't we get to see this person? Why don't we get to? And it's like they're just not where we are right now,
Yeah.
and that's fine.
I was thinking you were talking about the relationships with your brother and your parents and Demi. And I think of Simon Sinek lots. A big Simon Sinek fan last year, and he talks about all relationships are the same to him, whether that's his romantic relationships, his friendships, his coworkers, his friends that he's his business partners. For them to be successful, they have to want to grow together,
Mm.
to grow together. So even when you went back to the prenup about like having that uncomfortable conversation, that's growing together and having that uncomfortable conversation. And I
Mhm.
think that's where the people in my circle today, um, trying to find ways to grow with them, but also trying to grow because I'm like, I see Cole is doing this. And I'm like, man, I want to try that. Cause I used to be in the past before. It's like someone would tell me like, therapy is wasting your time. Like, why are you going to therapy? And I'm like, therapy is a waste of my time. So why am I going to therapy?
Right.
I used to tell myself that. But now so many people in my circle are like, therapy, men's mental health, go to men's groups.
Mhm.
And it's like total opposite. So I try and tell that to young men, like, it's okay to go to therapy. Like I'm in therapy. Like I talk to it like it's normal now, which it is normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the people that I talk about it with, it's normalized in their world. Yeah. So it's very, but books help me lots too. Yeah, lots of
One
books.
one of the at the last time I was at the men's group,
Yeah,
one of the men leading it,
yeah,
they were talking about therapy and what he said, and I've never heard this said before,
yeah.
but it made so much sense because a lot of people struggle to find the right therapist, right? The right person to talk to. What he suggested was find find the person that can help you,
Mhm.
not the person that will help you.
Yeah,
You know, like you're not looking for somebody to help you. You're looking for somebody to
to
teach you how to help yourself.
self. Yeah,
That's what you want to look for.
yeah.
And that just like that made so much sense to
It
me.
makes so much sense. Yep. Like I rely on so many people from learning from watching. My circle of friends. Like I picked up 2 books at Valley Village the other day. One friend at work, the guidance counselor, always chatting in his room, in his office, and he has a bookshelf in there. And I saw 2 books, 2 new books in there: Malcolm Gladwell, Tipping Point,
Mm,
and Dr. Gabor Amate, When the Body Says No. Just happened to go to Valley Village, saw those books, and grabbed them because I look up to him so much
yeah.
and the way he thinks. And I'm like, man, these books must help him think like that. Like I want to think like that. And then, so I took a picture of them and I sent it to him and I said, thank you for, I don't know if you know this, but I always look at your bookshelf to see what's up in there. And can I add it to mine, or can I see it when I'm at Bailey Villages? And just happened the stars aligned again. These two books were there, so they're in the pile to read. And then people say that to me too, where they're like, how do you do that? I'm like, I don't know. I just try. I just try. I don't have it figured out. Like no one has it figured out. I'm learning that more and more. But there's so many people. Kendall, like I was looking forward to his podcast when you were with him too. And the biggest thing I took away from him is you can thrive in both worlds of Western
Yes.
world and Indigenous world. And that's where I'm starting to shift. And I think that's where I'm trying to like not forget, trying to decolonize my mind so I can have my Indigenous spirit be the one leading
Mm.
first versus because I'm so Western world. Yeah. Ever since when we moved off the reserve, it's been different. Yeah. So that Western world is something that I'm trying to decolonize. It's not easy when you're in it every day. Yeah.
It's such an interesting conversation to have with people.
Yeah.
When even for me, now that I've been more involved on reserves,
Yeah.
going to ceremonies, things like
Yeah.
that, it took me doing that to start to understand the difference,
Yeah.
because when most people who talk about Native people,
Yeah.
they're just coming from a capitalistic mindset,
Mhm.
like a framework. So when they talk about, being lazy, they talk about time, they talk about all these things, but they can't even comprehend, like what that world is
Mhm.
and what it looks like and how indigenous people maneuver in their community.
Mhm.
It's just so different.
Yep.
And it's so interesting when I talk to people who have never been to a reserve,
Yeah.
and everything they're saying, I'm just like, you're just looking through this lens that
Yeah.
which is like, from that lens, you're right.
Yep.
But that's not, they didn't even grow up like that.
No.
In this community here, in this community here, it's not even the same game. It's not even the same world. It's not even the same lifestyle. So you're just looking at it from this lens that you grew up in.
Mhm.
You don't have any understanding.
No.
And it's like, not to say I have all this understanding, but I have a lot more now that I've been and I've spoken and I've been around, and it's like it's completely changed my mindset.
Yeah. It's the same with me where I can never describe it to someone. Like when they say, "How is it in the sweat?" And I'm like, it gets warm and hot in there, and I'm like, but I don't know. Like, there's so much more to it that sometimes I don't have the words to, and I'm like, I don't know what to say to them. But I'm like, if you just come, you'll experience it on your own.
Mhm.
It's the same to me as a cold plunge. Um, when I go into the cold plunge, like last Sunday, Aaron and Scott and I went out minus 17 with out the I don't know what the wind chill, what the water was cold. But 45 seconds in there was like, if you're worried about the cold, you're just gonna freeze. But if you're there to pray and you just leave your physical mind and you're somewhere else praying, and then then all of a sudden it's like, holy man, 45 seconds. Scott's timer is going off on his watch, and it's like that went by fast.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's the same in the sweat. I've learned what I've heard before too is when I first started was like, um, when it's hot, like start praying. That's when you pray harder. You try and forget about the heat. Yeah,
Hard.
yeah. And then like that was the first thing. Like uh, sweat's probably been the biggest help for me over the years. And then that's probably the biggest thing that my buddy Don took me to when we quit drinking was he was the one that said, "Come and sweat 4 times a year with me," And then I built it up to once a month now in the last 3-4 years now.
Mm.
But then learning about Sundance now, and I still don't know nothing, but I
Yeah.
know a little bit now. And I used to wonder this too. I was like, man, when do people know when there's sweats and sun dances? Because they're not posted like on Facebook, like Sundance is this weekend or anything. But now that I'm out there, it's just word of mouth and I meet more people. You see other people at the sweats and you come across them at the sun dances and it's like, yeah, this is the next one. We're going up to the other reserve now. And it's like, yeah. So now I have a good idea enough. Um English word is net is the like a networking. Yeah, where it's like, yeah, we're going there, and which I look forward to now. Um, June and July are the summers that I look forward to. And but I remember even Kendall talking about that. That was his time for
Mhm.
him to re to put his business on hold. I remember this one time I was in North Balfour at the time, and we sent him an email for something. We got back one of the generic ones, like auto a reply, and yeah, and it said I'm at a ceremony for this month. I'll respond when it's convenient or whatever it says. But yeah, I was like, like like I knew what he meant. So I was just like, yeah, he'll get back to us when it's his time. But now I understand that more and more. But still don't know much though. But
Yeah.
I enjoy being out there. I love being out there. Yeah. I did we skipped our first deer hide with this kids at the school. Yeah.
Seen that.
Yeah, it's good. We're gonna make some rattles. Yeah. So I'm very excited to we have the second one half done already. Yeah.
It's hard work.
Yep. The moose is gonna be the hard one. We have a couple moose hide. That's the goal to we wanted to practice on the deer hide. So let's put one in here. Here. Scraping as we're talking.
I went up north Alberta, northern Alberta, and they were scraping a hide, and I helped for a bit, and I was like, holy smoke, this is hard.
Oh,
This is hard.
yeah,
And there was just this little old lady doing it
yeah,
like nothing.
man.
And she said, "This is why women are deadly."
That's why women are deadly. Yeah,
So
that's cool. Yeah.
all right.
I enjoy watching more and more videos on my social medias of people sharing their their hides and everything. Yeah, yeah. So I want to read you something. Tell me what it means to you. This was today's. I think I sent it to you. Did
Oh
I?
yeah, I was actually gonna bring this up,
Okay.
and I'll tell you exactly what it means to me.
Which part do you want to read it, or do you want me to read it to you?
For it.
Okay. It is heavy because you are not supposed to carry it this far for this long. It is heavy because it was never really yours in the first place. It is heavy because humans are not meant to keep holding within them relics of the most painful parts of the past. It's heavy because it's carrying an old world into a new one. It's heavy because it's asking you to put it down. It's heavy because some parts of you can sense who you would become without it. It's heavy because you've lightened in some way. And so the fragmented parts of you that are too dense to move with you must finally be put to rest. Wow. You want it?
You want it? Yeah. What does that mean to you?
You're growing and it's okay to leave the past behind now. And it's heavy because you're still holding on to it and it's time to release it and you're going to go to a new level and you can't reach that level until you let go of that past. What does it mean to you?
You know, you sent me this one too.
Yep.
I think you sent me the one yesterday,
Yep.
and that's the one I thought you were gonna read.
Oh, okay. Yep.
This one's good. This one's good because there is still things in my life that are heavy,
Mm-hmm.
but like I don't want to let go.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
like when I think of like people,
Yeah.
that I'm just hanging on to. Yeah, that's
What was yesterday's? The one you sent. What did you want to read? What is it again?
if it keeps bringing your attention back toward it, there's a lesson within it that still needs to be extracted. There's a piece you still need to pick up. There is an element you need to dissect, a wisdom you are meant to carry forth. You are not broken for not being able to effortlessly release. You are being asked to look at yourself with full honesty and see an empty space in which you are actually primed for the most dramatic growth. It keeps calling to you because there's something it wants you to do with it. There's something within it that still wants to be seen. This one, too,
Mm-hmm.
I think about people.
Mm-hmm.
I think about like the good people in my life. Because there's so many people that like I just think about randomly. It's like, why did I just think about that
Mm-hmm.
person? You know,
Yeah.
like why is my attention going back towards that person or
Yeah.
what this person's up to?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I feel like I need to go grab a coffee?
Yeah.
You know, that's interesting.
Do you ever have those people that you've kind of like not outgrown, but they're not really in your circle, but if you saw them, you'd be like, "Hey, how's it going? Good to
Yeah.
see you, Shalen. Good to see you, Cole." But are those people where you're like y- you went somewhere where they were still in the same place, but you're like they come back to your mind though.
Mm-hmm.
What does that? What? How do you interpret that? Is it a test to be like, let's see if you're gonna go back to that old friendship that you knew you outgrew, or is this an opportunity to bring that person with you because maybe this is their way of the universe saying you thought of Shalen because you want that this is his way of he wants to grow. So maybe I'm the person that can help him grow. Or is it holy man, Shalen again? I don't know if I have the energy to listen to Shalen's what's going on in his life. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Or else, hey, how's it going, Shalen? I thought of you. Do you want to go for coffee? Like what goes through your mind when you think of this? Or is it different?
I I feel because I have people like that in my life,
Yeah.
and and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I go back.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
even if it's just for one day, one or a weekend or a couple days, and it's just like it almost feels like nostalgic. It feels like no responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like free.
Just to go.
Yeah, just to like just go. Just
Just go.
go. But then I always come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like I don't know if I don't know what it is. Like it's never gotten to a point where it steered me off course,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like I know it's like I could do better. I could have handled that better
Yeah.
maybe.
Because you have enough tools in your
I
tool
think
belt.
I think I'm able to forgive myself easily.
Yeah.
I'm able to like, I know I'm not perfect. I don't talk like I'm perfect. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't put people down to lift myself up. You know, I don't talk about things in a way that like be like me.
Yeah.
I am perfect. I'm the man.
Mhm.
Cuz I see a lot of people do that on making statuses about this and that and it's like they do that
Mm.
too.
Yeah.
It's just somebody else did it this time. So now they're going to talk like they're perfect.
Yeah.
It's like I know I'm not that. I know I'm not perfect. I know I trip sometimes, but it's just like this is part of my journey. I'm not gonna beat myself up,
Yeah.
but I do have those people in my life,
Mm.
and I just care about them
Yeah.
too.
Comes from a good place, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was talking about again at the men's group
Mm.
about how sometimes I like me and your relationship,
Mhm.
me and Esteban's relationship, me and well, we can just sit and talk. We can just talk. We get deep. We get funny. We can just dive into things, books.
Yeah.
And then I have friends that we just play video games and have a beer, and we've never had a deep conversation in my entire life.
Yeah.
And I like that
And you're
too.
okay with that. Yeah.
I like having those friends
Yeah.
where it's just like feels like I can just chill.
Yeah.
I don't have to process anything. It's just like peaceful.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know if it is a stumble or if it's just like maybe that's meditation a little bit, you know? Maybe
Yeah.
that's just like I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I feel like I'm going backwards or anything
No.
like that.
No one knows.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And I think it's just like knowing who we are more. Yeah. Knowing who we are more. And I think that's the beauty of this world that we live in. We get to grow, and as painful it is, man, it sucks making a mistake over and over. Like I'm going through that again too, and it's like, man, like, what am I gonna learn? Like,
Yeah.
I'm tired of learning the hard way all the time. Like, yeah, like, why do I always do this to myself? And sometimes I don't even know. And it's just like that was my card the other day. Like looking at my patterns, like that was meant for me. It's like take a step back, Shalen, and like, what are you doing? What are you searching for? What are you trying to fill your void with? What are you running from? What are you? All these questions I'm asking myself, and so loaded, it's so open ended that it's like get caught up into it, and then that's when it's just like, hey,
Yeah, and you might just be being too hard on yourself
yep,
as well,
yep.
you know?
It's no different than when your buddy who has a nickname and we're trying to introduce them with their real name, like, what's his name again? I only know his nickname. And then it's like, what's his name? And then you're like trying to think about it for like several minutes, and you're like, I don't know, man, I don't know. But then like 2 hours later or the next day, Cole, that's his name, Cole. And then but as it does, because that's where it's coming, it goes back to this answers in life. I think about it so much that I'm just like trying so hard, and then all of a sudden, when I just like, okay, you're not going to figure this out, Jalen, today. Like, let it go.
Mhm.
Then later, it's like, that's what it was meant to do, you know? And lots of those books that I read, um, I'm reading for a reason at that given point, because I don't know what book I'm going to read. They're just in a pile. But I'm like, this is what it's meant to. This is why or else I can go back, and that's what Cole meant.
Mm.
That's what Cole meant. Now I understand what he was talking about, because I don't know what he meant at the time, or else, man, I've grown. Like when I reread these books,
Yeah.
it's a whole different.
Sometimes you don't get it in the way you need it
No.
either.
Yep.
You know, sometimes, like we have a conversation, something that I say to you clicks,
Yep.
but you've read that 40 times in 40 different books,
Yep.
but just not in the way you needed to hear it.
Yep.
You know, so sometimes it's just like, it's weird, eh?
Yeah.
People are just, people are weird, eh?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna ask you about this book.
Yeah.
I have it at home. It's in a pile, and I bought it because you talked about it. My cousin Ray has talked about it. My bro Delbert has talked about it. Robert Greene,
Mm.
The 48
Laws of Power.
Laws of Power. I'm gonna read it during Christmas break, because it's 2 weeks, and
It's a long book.
yeah,
Small writing.
Yep, small writing, big
Stuff on the
big pages, lots of So
notes on the sides.
yep.
Too.
The reason why I was like, you know what, I'm going to read this during Christmas break, because I got a full 2 weeks, and I want to like process it all, not just yeah. What's your what's your advice on that book, or anything you want to share about it? Because lots of people have talked really good about it. I've never met anybody that said, "Don't read that book."
Mm.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be kind of like, it's kind of morbid. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like it's written in a way. So Robert Greene, the guy who wrote it, he used to work in like uh uh like the business world, the corporate world.
Yeah.
And he started to realize people were manipulating him all the time.
Mhm.
So when he wrote this book for other people to start recognizing manipulation and like power and like people trying to use things over you, but he wrote it in the perspective of the person doing it.
Oh,
So it's like sometimes it's like your next victim,
yeah,
you do this, you know? It's like written kind of like that.
yeah,
So it's kind of like sometimes it makes you feel some kind of way. You're like,
yeah,
oh, that doesn't feel good.
yeah,
And then you start thinking about times that that has happened to you.
yeah.
And you're like, oh.
That's what they were doing.
So like it's like you feel a lot while
Yeah,
you're reading it because
really.
you're like, and then you're thinking of ways like, have I done this?
Yeah,
You're like, oh, I've done this.
yeah,
Oh, that sucks.
yeah,
You know, because everything's a little bit manipulation. You know,
yeah,
even when I think about like emotions,
yeah.
like there's a tad bit of manipulation behind emotions.
Mhm.
It's like you get angry, you get sad, you get, you know, like you're not if you're in an argument and you start crying,
Yeah.
it's because you want them to feel bad.
Mhm.
Now you have changed the argument. You've changed their experience of this argument. It's not like, hey, you don't do dishes enough.
Yeah,
Now it's like you're trying to guilt them because they don't do dishes enough.
yeah,
It's like now the conversation has changed.
yeah,
The reason behind it has changed. You know, if I said, Shaylin, I would like you to can you head out? I just gotta do some stuff. Or I said,
yeah,
Shaylin, get the fuck out of here.
yeah,
And I started yelling in your face.
yeah.
I'm intimidating you now.
No, yeah,
Now I'm like using a manipulation tactic to make you leave.
to make me leave. Yeah,
It's like, so when you think of emotions, it's like it's a tad bit manipulative, and some people have done it for so long that they just do it now.
yeah.
It's just natural.
Just comes because 'cause you've done it so
It's
often.
like here's this conflict, cry, it'll
Yeah,
help you.
yeah,
Whereas other people, I don't think it's like that.
yeah.
They just are babies, you
No,
know.
yeah. And then if it's the native way, so what are you gonna do then?
So
Yeah, what are you gonna do then? Look at the time.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an interesting book
Yeah,
because the concepts behind it are just like,
yeah. I've had it for about a month now, and it was in the pile to read it. I'm like, this is kind of a book that I want to take my time with. So I was like, I'll read it during Christmas break. So it's sitting right there, right in front,
then
waiting
we
for me.
gotta read that I Get To book.
Oh yeah,
I've been reading it and it makes me think of you
yeah,
because I talked about you on a podcast a couple weeks ago.
yeah,
Who was I talking to? I can't remember, but what I was talking to them was about your perspective on when people talk about their issues or what
yeah,
they're going through,
yeah.
and then you always say to them, like you're so lucky.
Oh,
You get to learn from this. You get
yeah,
to grow. You get
yeah,
to go through this. And it's like it reminds me of this book
yeah,
I Get To because that's what it talks about
yeah.
is like switching it,
Switching it. Yeah,
you know, like switching it to like I Get To. And one of the things I just read, uh, tell me what you when you hear this,
yeah.
what comes to mind for you. It says mood follows action.
Mood follows actions. So
Yeah.
my mood, well, doesn't matter what my mood is. Like, didn't want to go in the cold plunge the other day, but I was like, I knew the benefits. So I knew the end the end goal, what it's gonna make me feel. It was better. And I knew I can do hard things. Yeah, so I don't have to go cold plunge. I get to go cold plunge.
Mm.
That's probably my biggest thing is I get to. I say that all the time because I even do that with I just do it. Guess if it's 48 laws of power, I do it so naturally now that I don't even think about it to who am I saying it with. People I just met when they're like, I have to go pick up my kid. You get to pick up your kid today. And I'm
Mm.
like, whoa, sorry. Yeah. But because I think of that all the time, like, I have to go get groceries. You get to go get groceries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to make supper for my for my in-laws. You get to make supper for your in-laws or else. I have to make cupcakes for our kids hockey team. You get to make, and there's like, you're right. I get to. So
Mm.
that's kind of where it's come from. I don't know where it came from though, but I do it so naturally now that I don't even. Sometimes I do it so quick without even
Nah,
processing.
it's a really.
Yeah,
I'll show you. I think I have it here.
yeah.
So I'll read you this one part. It's at the beginning of this chapter. It's so powerful. Uh, okay. A reporter said to Boston Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla, "It seems like Jason Tatum has to deal with a lot of unfair criticism." Mazzulla didn't blink as he cut the reporter off. "Gets to deal with it," he replied. "He gets to deal with it. It's the ultimate compliment. This is what you asked for, to be one of the best on the best team. That's an opportunity."
Hmm. This is what you wanted.
That's wicked.
Yep. Yeah. This is what you wanted.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's perfect.
It's very perfect. You think of because you love sports, right? Like,
Like, I like playing sports.
yeah,
Not much watching.
like. So did you watch the game seven? You didn't watch it, hey?
No.
Okay. So where I was gonna go with this was when I was watching, I was reffing that evening, and I got to watch from the ninth inning on, and so I saw the game tying home run. But even before that, my heart was just like invested in it. And what I mean by my heart, I was very anxious. Like, holy man, like we're 2 outs away now. Now we're 1 out away. Like, okay, it's like extra innings. And then I'm sitting there watching, and the players are all just like on the fence, like not even just nonchalant. And here we are as fans, and everybody's in there just like, let's go, this is our time. And I'm just like so in it. But I don't know if I'd be that calm if I was in that moment. But I'm not a professional athlete, so I don't know. But then this one of the commentators, the Blue Jay was coming off. Forget who it was. Clements. He comes in and he checks the reporter. Hey, how are you feeling? And like, are you good? And she's like, what do you mean? Like, you're in the Game 7 World Series. We're good here. We're in good shape. We're in good spirits. I just want to know how you're doing. And she's just like, I don't understand how you're checking up on me. I'm not even playing the game, and you're in there. So like that pressure is a privilege, right? Isn't that what we all want to be? Is grow, and it comes through pressure. Yeah, like it's when life is good. We don't have to fix nothing. But when life's about to test us, how bad do you want to become um, a boxing champion? How bad do you want to be the UFC champion? Like, because you had some UFC fighters in you who have the goals, and I'm like, and they're working their butts off, and they're trying to find fights, and you guys are talking about like I could pat my stats as an amateur, and you're like, everybody that I've listened to on that podcast says amateur status means nothing.
Right.
Now they're having a hard time trying to find fights, and then but they're 25-3, for example, and they go fight someone who's a contender, and they never faced adversity and got their butts whooped. And even you said it, most fighters who try recreational amateur lose their first fight and they're like, I'm done. I'm never doing that again. I got like, nope. And you're like, don't quit on the first on the first try, right? But it's so easy for us to go back to what's it called? Our comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never get put in that situation again.
No, I'm good. I don't want to get punched in the face again. Yeah, yeah. But the fighters that you've had on here, man, they're just like, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I want to go to the next level. And then Stewart, man, driving all over the Western Canada to sleep in his car to go train for for the weekend and sleeping in his car and get back in there. I was like, oh man, like that's
Crazy.
dedication. That's love. That's sacrifice. That I've never done that to go train for anything, to go sleep in my car. And so, yeah,
Yeah,
Stewart's was good too.
he's good.
Oh,
He's
giving
so
back,
good.
giving back to the youth now.
He does a lot. He does a lot.
Yeah, and he loves it.
Yeah.
Is that his daughter that he trains?
I don't think she trains anymore.
But the one that would be on the reels?
No.
One she's going is who's that one he's training that's going to the
That's Khalees.
oh yeah.
She just I think she lives with him.
Oh yeah, she's fast and
She's
wicked, man. I
she's
was like, oh
deadly, man. She's
yeah,
so good.
yeah,
Even just the other day, he posted a reel. I'm
yeah,
like, man,
yeah,
she's so good.
yeah.
And
And she's
every time I see her at a power, she tries to freaking fight me. It's like, whoa, whoa,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. There was that one reel she accidentally drilled the guy in the nose holding pads, and he was just like eyes watered, and
Yeah.
she's like, I'm sorry. But she has a like I don't know much about the fighting world,
No, she's very, very skilled.
but what I do see from an outside looking in is uh, fire, fire inside that spirit. Like in coaching, I always say this to kids: I can teach you to go to the ball, but I can't teach you to get the ball.
Mm,
And there's some people in this world that just go get the ball,
right.
but there's some people that won't hit the floor
Yeah.
to do.
That's the hardest thing to teach too. It's the
Yeah,
hardest thing to train.
yeah,
Like, I still don't know. I still don't know if people are born with that or
yeah,
if it can be taught.
yeah,
Because for boxing, it's like sometimes I meet somebody
yeah,
and I'm like, this person just has it. Like
yeah,
they're gonna figure it out and they're gonna do well.
yeah,
And some people are so skilled, and I'm just like, this person's never gonna make it. Like
yeah,
they're just not gonna, they just can't. They just don't have that fire. Like you
yeah.
said, the fire is not there.
Fire.
It's so it's so interesting,
Hmm.
like that. And then there's little things too, because some people have the fire, but just no work ethic.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's interesting.
No, it's lots of little, so much stuff. I learn more and more. So many things are out of our control, but
Yeah,
there's so many little things that are in our control that will make it
right.
possible. Yeah. Like even this book, my friend Cooper gifted me this. And I even asked her, why did you give me this book? Because when I read it, have you ever read it?
I have it though.
Yeah.
I haven't read it yet.
The Boy, the Fox, the Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, like a self help book. And like, it's just like, yeah, just very simple read, but it just teaches you just little moments in life that are like, wow. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but after I read it, I was like, I asked Cooper, I said, why did you get him this book? And she said, it's meant for you. And yeah, she was with her boy. I went through a tough time and survived and made it, and lots of good, lots of good teaching. So when I'm really struggling in my mental health, this is probably one of my quickest
Mm,
things to like read and get back into it. Because this book, it's like a 15-minute read, if that, like just to plant as many seeds
right.
possible, man. Yeah. Yeah. It's very good book. Yeah. And then this one, I'll tell you the last two. This is the first book I read in my life.
Really?
Yep. From the Ashes. When I was in North Balford, when I quit drinking, nah, my coworkers at North Balford, my friends were talking about this book. They were reading it and they're all passing it around, sharing it. And I was like, oh man, like they're a real good book, they said. And then I came across it later on and I read it. And man, this guy's from PA, born in PA, and just addiction, powerful. Like
What is it?
from the Ashes, he was born in PA, should have died in here. I don't know how many times, but just I it was like my story, and it's probably the first time I've read on addiction and anybody's story. But I think lots of us have those moments that we don't know how to deal with things.
Mm,
So yeah, deal with them in unhealthy ways. And now I read lots of books that people's addiction stories. Helen Knott is one author that I really admire because she has two books. In My Moccasins, I think the first one's called, and the other one is Matriarch of I don't know what it's called. Second book, anyways, though, is from her sobriety healing journey, and I connected more with that one at the time because I was in sobriety for I don't know how many years at the time, but just the healing now of what we go through, trying to unlearn things and learn things, and she was sharing moments, and I was like, wow, like this is what I'm going through right now because I don't ever think about drinking again. But it's the patterns and the behaviors that I try and unlearn in my mind. Yeah, of loneliness and grief and ego and pride and jealous at times, right? Like I still feel jealous, and I'm like, snap out of it, Shalen. Like you're not jealous, like yeah, you know what I mean? Like yeah. So those moments. Ego too. Like, is this my ego talking? Is this my ego that's leading the charge? And take a step back. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but she's really good author too. Her books were really good. If you ever get a chance,
Yeah.
put them on your. She has two. Yeah, yeah. So
Have you met that guy who wrote that?
no, I wrote him an email when I first read this book. I wrote this long email, sent it to the whatever site. Then I got the generic email back, like
Mm.
thank you from Jesse Thistle's team, and um,
You never tried to find him on Instagram or anything?
I don't think he has it. No, I don't think he has it because I did search for him. Someone told me I shared this book one time on Instagram a couple years ago, and they said they got to listen to him speak. And I said, "Oh, you got to listen to him speak?" And they said, "Yeah, it's one of his last times though. He's gonna close this chapter."
Mm.
I was like, "God, I'll never ever get to hear him."
Interesting.
Yeah, but he's a professor at one of the universities. And my last book I brought was The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Have you ever read it?
No, but I have that book as well.
Yeah, this book teaches me life and like teaches you to like slow down and enjoy life and process. Stop spending so much time chasing life's big pleasures while you neglect the little ones. Slow things down. Literally what I was just talking about. Enjoy the beauty and sacredness of all that is around you. You owe this to yourself. There's always little messages in there. I never highlight books because I don't want to. I've read a couple of books that were lent to me from highlighted, and I was like, I feel like this is the main point. So I'm just like, so I wasn't in the book. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, this is Cole's thing that he was learning from. So I was like,
Yeah.
so I kind of like when I'm at Valley Village, if they're highlighted, I just put them back. I don't.
So
I just look through real quick. Yeah,
funny.
yeah. So if someone lends me a book too, and I happen to see it's highlighted, I'm like, kindly just no. Yeah, because then I want to reread it and see
Yeah.
but I do write it down in a notebook.
Right.
Yeah, then I go back and look, and I'm like, oh man, look at this. Same thing, or this wasn't there before.
I
Yeah,
think I've highlighted a book since high school.
yeah, yeah,
A textbook.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, no,
That's good. We're at an hour and 20 minutes.
really, man, time flies. I enjoy talking books with anybody.
Yeah, man. This is
Yeah.
good.
This was good.
What? That's you know what I just bought and I'm gonna read?
Yeah.
I bought a Bible.
Really? What made you buy a Bible?
Uh I've thought about it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanna it's like one of the books that like have ran the world essentially,
Yeah.
you know? So I just want to read it and see what I take from it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see it, understand it, to like however I understand it,
Yeah.
and just see what I get from it.
Yeah.
I'm very curious.
The biggest Bible where it went to my mind was you probably know this is it goes back to Inky Johnson.
Mm,
I love when I listen to him speak on YouTube or his podcast, and he references the Bible, and he does it so because he's just ingrained in him,
yeah,
and he talks about the Bible and how he's overcome it and how it's helped him.
yeah,
So I always admire that part of the
me as
Bible
well.
with people when they're like show that teaching.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
I think it's like anything, right? You can take it and use it as a force of good.
Yep.
Even that Eric, heck's his last name, Thomas,
Thomas. Yeah.
the hip hop preacher.
Yeah. Yeah.
He references the Bible a lot.
Yep. Yeah. Have you ever read his book?
Yeah.
UOU. He has a few books.
I've only read that one.
Yeah.
UOU.
UOU.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
So
That,
it's like
I
there's
put
a lot of power in it, right? So I want to see. I want to. Just want to see.
I found it was lots of it related lots within our indigenous um, children growing up. Lots of same struggles, but same resiliency
Mm.
and drive and overcome and healing. And he's sharing it. And he references lions lots and from the jungle. Talks about the king of the jungle, the lion, about how they don't chase. They just look and they can roar and people are intimidated and yeah. And then they can relax after they eat, they're done, but then they get hungry again and they're chasing the next. They're never happy. They're never happy
I
with
see.
what they
Man, I heard that lions sleep 23 hours a day.
don't know.
Just off
Yeah.
topic.
Just way off topic. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. But lots of references in all of things, man. It's so cool. I saw Brene Brown referencing a football game about pocket presence and trusting your teammates that they're gonna make the right run and the quarterback trusting them that they're going to be there because they can't see it all. It's so split second decisions and trusting your offensive lineman to protect you, especially the blind side person.
Yeah, that's where trust comes in.
Trust comes in there because if not, they're getting annihilated, and then they're never
That's
throwing.
probably why they get rocked so
Yeah,
hard, right?
yep.
Because they're just so sure
Yep,
of that trust.
yep. And then the receivers, they're never throwing where you are, they're throwing where you anticipate to be.
Right.
Yeah, and I was like, man, that's so cool to break down these analogies that people have. Yeah, so I like that. Always good to be on here, man. I appreciate these conversations.
This is
Yeah,
good.
I always phone you. I don't know if you noticed it. I phone you after every time I listen to
It's good, man.
a podcast.
It's nice. Did you talk to Esteban?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was
It's
good.
good. It's good, man. It's nice to just hear your thoughts on each one.
Yeah,
Because you're a deep thinker,
yeah,
and you know lots of these people that are on these too. So
yeah.
it's cool, man.
The one I was really amazed was the rapper when he grew up in Viscount.
Oh yeah,
black guy,
Yeah.
6'4",
Yeah.
skateboarding.
Yeah.
I was like, just imagining this, like the people in the rural just like watching this guy skate that board, and he's just like doing his own thing.
Doing his own thing.
And he's loving life.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. What's his group called again?
Goon Town.
Goon
I just
Town.
went to their. I just seen them not that long ago.
Yeah.
How long ago? 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. No. And then we talk about being on the road, like in trading bands, like to get to their gigs and their shows. I was like, wow.
It's fun, man.
I know.
It's fun just learning all this stuff.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the behind the scenes of
Yeah.
everyone's life.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what the heck?
Because all we see is the little snapshots of the gigs.
Instagram reel.
Yeah. You don't see the.
I could do that.
I can do it. Yeah. I can spit bars too. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, that's cool.
Okay, well let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up.
All right, thanks for coming again.